Welcome back once again to the Soundcheck sessions. As always, I'm your man, Ryan Noel. Glad you could be here. So, excited. We're talking about a really nice pedal today. It's the Boss RT-20 Rotary Sound Processor. What that is basically a pedal that recreates the classic Leslie rotary speaker sound. So it has a bunch of features on it. To name a few, there's adjustable rise time, adjustable horn and bass speed, there's overdrive. There's also a really nifty visual display which shows your rotary speed. So let's get to it. Let's take a look at the knobs and settings and see what we have. Okay, so first off, we're going to look at the back of the pedal here. And as you can see, there's a bunch of inputs and outputs. So they offer you both mono and stereo sound. So if you're a keyboard player, you can get a nice stereo sound. There's also a headphone jack, so you can play without an amp, keep the neighbors on your good side. Also, you can see here a speed control pedal input. So this allows you to add a speed control pedal to control the rate at which the rotor turns. What else? Drive switch. So this sets the overdrive gain and levels appropriate for guitar or keyboard. Myself, I didn't really notice much of a difference between the two, but it's there, so you might as well use it. So now we're going to have a look at the front of the pedal and start with the mode knob. You have 4 different settings here. The first setting being, it's a combo of the Leslie 122 with natural overdrive. The second setting is a combo of Leslie 122 with on-mic setting and natural overdrive. Not a huge difference. Number 3 is a combo of the Leslie 122 with a 1959 Marshall amp. There's a bit more of an overdrive sound on there. And combo of Univibe effect with a 1959 Marshall amp is the 4th setting. So you can really hear that Univibe sort of watery sound there. Okay, now we're going to look at the rise time knob, and that doesn't do anything unless it's used in conjunction with the braking effect, which is pushing down on the 2 pedals at the same time. So set all the way to the left hand side. What that's going to do is it's going to slowly slow down your rotor effect to a complete stop. And if it's all the way to the right side, if you release the brake, it's going to instantly kick that effect back in. So let's have a listen here. Okay, so you can hear it slowly stop that effect. And now if I release the brake, you can hear that it slowly swells the effect back up. Same goes for all the way to the right side. It just brings it to an abrupt stop or an abrupt start. Now we're going to look at effect, and effect right now is about 50% effect. And you can just hear that it increases the amount of rotary that's going to your amp. It's at about 75 now. Now direct, what that does is adjust the volume level of the direct sound. For example, the guitar or keyboard going into the pedal. I'm going to set that at 25%. Okay, and now 75%. Now what balance does is that adjusts the volume from the horn rotor and bass rotor inside the rotary speaker, or virtual rotary speaker in this case. So if you turn it all the way to bass, that's going to give you a bassier sound. Turn it all the way to horn, It's going to give you a more trebly sounds. Okay, so balance, I'm going to turn all the way down to bass, and you can hear what that sounds like. And now at 12 o'clock, which is a mix between bass and horn there. And now all the way to the right to horn. So you can hear a slight variation with the way that the rotary is spinning. Overdrive just controls the amount of distortion that's added to the effect. I'm at about 25%, and we'll hear what that sounds like. %. So as you can hear, the more overdrive you add, the more distorted the sound gets. And slow, adjust the speed of the slow rotor. Fast, adjust the speed of the fast rotor. Okay, so now the slow knob is set all the way to the left, and as you can hear, the rotor is turned off. Now if I increase it to the right, you'll start to hear the rotor increase in speed. And now it's 100%. Okay, and now I'm going to engage the fast rotor by stepping on the right pedal. And that's going to give you even faster rotor speed. So if I increase it, you can hear that's 100%. Now you have your two pedals here, and what the left pedal does will turn the effect on and off. The right pedal, what that does is it switches between the slow and fast rotor. All right, now we're going to talk about the pros and cons of this pedal. So we'll start with the pros. Pros being that it's a very diverse sounding pedal. There's a lot you can do with the sound and the speed. A lot of knobs you can dial in to get your desired sound. So that's pretty cool. It's a pretty faithful reproduction of the Leslie 122. So as far as pedals go, there's not too many that I think reproduce it quite as well as this one. Rugged design, which is nice, and it's both battery and AC power operated. Okay, let's talk about the cons now. Cons being, I'm getting kind of nitpicky with this one, but the visual display, as cool as it is and as much as I like it, it does look a little bit cheap with the way it's put together in the color scheme. Instead of looking like a really cool pedal, it kind of looks a bit like a toy. So, as I said, no big deal. It's just, it is what it is. Also, footprint is a little bit large. I mean, although it's a lot smaller than a Leslie cabinet, if there was a way to make it a bit smaller to fit on a guitar pedal board, I think that would be a huge plus. Lastly, the price, it's a bit expensive for a guitar pedal, even though it's really good at what it does, and there's a lot of features, a lot of options. It's, it comes at a price tag. So there you go. There you have it. All right. So this is the part of the review that I like to call the shameless plug. Some of you may or may not know that when I'm not here talking to you folks at home, I'm actually an indie filmmaker. So I just want to take this opportunity to let you know about my film. It's called The Notorious Newman Brothers. It's a mockumentary, dark comedy, satire on the whole gangster genre. You can check it out at thenotoriousnewmanbrothers.com or retrofilmsentertainment.com. There you can watch trailers, read reviews, just generally dig it. So hopefully you'll do that, appreciate that, and love seeing the support for the indie artist. Now, we're going to talk about the overall impression of this pedal. I like it. It's very diverse, it's well constructed, it's a fairly faithful reproduction of the Leslie 122. That being said, it is a bit on the pricey side and maybe more suited for keyboard players rather than guitar players. But if you have the money and you're looking for a new toy, I'd say check it out. It's a lot of fun, get a lot of cool sounds out of it, so there you go. There you have it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.